This program is really interesting because it is starting a true industry, a true solar industry and renewable industry in South Africa, and giving traction to this project. Some factories are being built now for inverters, solar panels, so and it will generate jobs obviously, but also an industry for South Africa. My vision is that this public process will only be answering part of the needs at national level. There's other ways to work on solar projects, because now solar power, we can more or less say, depending on the sites, but it's now competitive without subsidies. So now what you could do, instead of just selling the power to the national utility through subsidized feed-in tariff, it means that one industry, one manufacturing company can just buy its own plant, or have investors buying the plant and selling the power to them. And I think it's a great opportunity, because it will mean we are now in a context where Eskom is sharply increasing the prices of energy. So first, going for this solution, it's a way to diversify energy supply. If you think about the mining company, all energy intensive users, and also hedge operating costs. I think there's excellent funding condition now for those projects. And sometimes people don't know about it, because Eskom is giving a rebate scheme that can finance up to the 20% of the initial outlay. And also, the banks are willing to give good loans to the people that are working on those projects. And they are keen on innovating on this project. In South Africa now, we can use the experience from other projects in other parts of the world. And that's a good thing, because it's not like we won't make the same mistake that some people have been doing in other countries. The project have been shaped, and you have an agreement over 20 years, to power purchase agreement over 20 years with the national utility. But if an energy intensive user is buying the plant, we know that the panels can last even more, and you can have warranties for example, 25 years. So basically, you can generate more power and more money. I'm working on a lot of projects in South Africa on self-consumption model. Self-generation, self-consumption. And now it's interesting, because a lot of experts are saying that now that solar power is competitive, since the public program in Europe are less attractive, Europe will turn to self-consumption as well. So it's a way South Africa could be a leader in terms of model in this specific field. One future scenario could be maybe in 30 years that since all the users may be energy efficient, so not consuming too much power, they could self-generate their power and just rely on the national grid when they are out of power, or just when they need, like an energy safety net. That could be a thing that we could see in many years.
We've been in talks with the French Development Bank, AFD, and in June we signed an agreement where they will extend to us about 40 million euros, which is about 400 million, to finance small-scale renewable energy projects, as well as greenfield energy efficiency. And the greenfield energy efficiency project will still be linked to manufacturing entities, not necessarily buildings, since IDC's mandate, we don't finance property development or construction. So the size there would be anything between 1 to 10 megawatts. We will also look at refurbishment of RE plants, like you have an old hydro plant that is no longer efficient, and you want to change your turbines or the whole system, we will finance that under this. It is important to note that we only finance proven technology. The technology being PV is a proven technology, and the only difference is the structure. So we consider that a proven technology, so we would finance that. In this case, we limit the total investment size, in that we want to have more projects. Instead of having a few big projects funded under the scheme, we want to give an opportunity to both smaller developers and companies who are implementing small to medium scale renewable energy projects. We've got two options for the pricing. We've got a fixed rate of 10%, as well as a prime-less 1%. At current prime rates, people would look at it and say 10%, it's a bit expensive. if you're sitting at 7.5 in today's rate, but we don't have a guarantee of the prime rate. So you may need to hedge for the interest rate changes if you are taking a prime rate. So for a long term, as a developer, we give you an opportunity to model what is the best rate that you think will make the project attractive and make your tariff intent to whoever you're selling to much more competitive. So we will finance PPAs where it's business to business, as well as PPAs under the small scale renewable energy IPP, the allocated 100 megawatts that government will still implement, hopefully next year. We are not sure. But yeah, so that is what we will look at under this fund. We haven't gone to market yet with the fund, but it's what it is. There's very little that will change. So in the next few months, you'll start seeing marketing in terms of what the solution is. But if you're businesses and you're interested, we are available already to talk as we're building the pipeline.